So in the process of making videos, when you actually go to publish your videos, we talked a little bit about calls to action, and that's something that we'll talk about again, but I want to revisit that idea right now and talk a little bit about video annotations and ways that you can interject or reinforce a call to action directly on your video in a passive way. So this isn't going to be clickable, but it's just going to be a way to remind the user that, hey, this is what this video is about, this is where you can get more information. So let's actually go through the process of setting an annotation in a video right now. So within YouTube, if you're on the edit pane for any one of your videos, you can see on the top there's a tab for annotation. So I'm going to click on that. And then on the video, it'll actually immediately start playing. You'll see that your video is on the top, and then you have a timeline across the bottom. You have the option up here to add an annotation. Now there's a number of different options of annotations that you can add. There's a speech bubble, note, title, spotlight label, and a pause. Now it's interesting because you can actually put all these things in here, and you could stop the video at any point in time if you want to. You can put a text speech in there if you want to. So I'm just going to show an example of adding a note. So I'm going to put the note annotation, and I'm going to show you what you can do with that. So if I'm doing this because I want to market video shadow, I'm going to say, I'm just going to put the URL. Maybe we could say something like download at videoshadow.com. Now you can't do a lot of fancy stuff with this, but what you can do is you can change the color a little bit to bring the contrast out behind your video. You can change the text size if you want. You can't really make it stand out all that much beyond what I'm showing you right here. But in terms of a call to action, this is a good way to help reinforce it, and I highly recommend, at least at the very end of a video, interjecting a annotation at the beginning of a video, adding an annotation to help an end user remember that, yeah, this is why I'm here, this is what I want somebody to do. Now if I want to put a link in there, I can just go like this, and I can either link to a video, a playlist, a channel, or a search query. So my links have to be actually within YouTube. I can't link over to a website like Video Shadow, but I could link to my channel, I could link to another playlist. I can keep somebody within YouTube, but I can't link to my website as an example. That won't be a live link. The other thing that you can do with this is you can control where it shows up. So this particular one we don't want, but this one, let's say I want this one to show up from this point in time to the entire part of the video. Then I just kind of drag it across. If I want it to show up in the very end of the video, then I just carry it from 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 18 seconds. It's as simple as that. If I'm happy with that one, then I can just go ahead and save it as it is, or I can add in another annotation. Say I want to add in a spotlight annotation. So let's call this one red again. And if I want to bring somebody's attention to this particular ad at this part of the video, then I can just put that here. And same way, I can move this around as much as I want, and I can drag it. I can make it bigger or smaller, same exact way, and there's really nothing to it. If you've ever worked with any kind of video before, adding an annotation is super simple, and it's a really good best practice to do. So if you want users to remember what they need to do once they come to your video, then I highly recommend actually just setting something like this up, putting your URL in it, even if it's a passive call to action, and then making sure an end user knows that once this video is over, here's the next step. Go check out my website, go download this paper, sign up for my email list, subscribe to my channel, but no matter what it is, it's a super easy, quick, free way for you to get more people engaged with your video content.